Welcome to another edition of Onside SA, the soccer show that lets you know what's going on. And as usual, we will be talking to our international pundit. He's in the studio, Stevie B. They're getting him on the line for us any second now. And we'll be talking about last one standing. Many of the favourites have arrived in that bunch.
Yeah, other than Man City.
Yeah, other than Man City, who were held to a draw. Let's see, any joy with Stevie B? Right, Stevie, you there? Steve?
Good morning.
Morning, Steve. How you going?
Very well, thank you.
Okay, you recovered from Sunday's 4-2 victory over Burnley?
Absolutely. It was, I hope we haven't run out of goals. It'd be nice if we could save a couple for this Saturday at the Amex.
Yeah,
That's right, yeah.
Steve, talking about Fulham, what's the latest on your defence or your injury crisis, especially at the back?
Well, Alfie Mawson, who obviously we brought in from Swansea, made his debut for us played 75 minutes on Tuesday night in the Carabao Cup, looked very assured on the ball, probably still a little bit short of match fitness, but I suspect he'll be added to the squad for Saturday, which is good news. And Tim Ream still absent, and it wouldn't surprise me if our centre-back pairing could either be Mawson and Ream or possibly Mawson and Chambers.
Okay.
They played together on Tuesday and actually rekindled their partnership. They both played together for the England under-21s not that long ago.
Okay. So a draw would be a good result for you at the Amex on Saturday.
I think so. I think at the moment it's just picking up points away from home.
Yeah.
Obviously, it would be lovely to go and win there, but I think it's certainly a game I'd be disappointed if we lost.
Stevie, obviously Budge and I have been talking about Man United and Spurs, and what's the latest on Mourinho? He's definitely staying this, eh?
Well, at the moment, no one seems to know what's going on because Mourinho is making obviously has strange comments in his press conference. Players are tweeting things. You're not really hearing anything from the club themselves. You're not hearing anything from Ed Woodward or any of the management. So they're being very tight-lipped. One assumes that he's got their support for the moment, but it is a results business, and they've started their worst start for many years, 2 defeats in the first 3 games, and they really can't afford to lose on Sunday.
Yeah, I think he's in serious trouble. I remember it was at Brendan Rodgers 2 years ago. Liverpool got a good result at Everton. The international break came and they fired him. I think if they've got Zidane tied up, I think he's on his way.
Well, I think just the way that his demeanour in the press conference is, I think is not doing him or the club's image any good at the moment. And you would have thought that the hierarchy at the club would not be happy with the way that he's portraying. Manchester United is a global brand, and I think more is expected of the manager in the way that he's behaving in front of the world's press.
Yeah, couldn't agree more. When you think Ed Woodward's an investment banker, when he took over the club, I think it was valued about £2 billion. It's now valued over 3. So he's done his job off the pitch. Obviously, he's not the best negotiator player-wise, but I think Mourinho's gone.
Yeah, I think a lot of people, are obviously thinking similarly in that they didn't back him in the summer with what he wanted. Now, when you looked at the second half performance against Tottenham, the defence were found wanting, and I guess Mourinho, is obviously feels justified in his comments because they didn't strengthen in an area that I guess it was obvious to any football fan that's what they needed. But as you say, if they're not backing him, then they're not going to give him the money.
Yeah, for me, that was a last hurrah, standing in front of the Stradford end, clapping the fans. I think he knows what's coming. Talking about strange situations, Newcastle United, what's going on there?
Well, I think very interesting. Benitez, obviously, we know is not at all happy.
Yeah.
And if you saw the stats, as you probably did, they had 19% possession at home against Chelsea. And Benitez was defending that by saying, what do you expect me to do with the players that I've got available? Had we played sort of expansive football, Chelsea would have scored a hatful. As it was, they were within minutes of getting a result, which I think in his mind would have justified the way they played. But I don't think it's... if I was a Newcastle fan, I'd be very unhappy at the moment.
Yeah, in fairness, you can't really blame him because Lascelles never played Richie. Obviously, there was words about the bust-up and the rest did the midfield player, the English guy. But I don't know. You think he's going to walk if they don't resolve the situation, or what do you think?
Well, I think he's got a lot of sort of principles. I mean, he's not as if he's a sort of manager that's going to just wait there to be sacked. So if he doesn't get any, maybe he's thinking that Ashley is going to sell the club, and new owners will come in as obviously been reported for some time. People are looking to sell and stay on. But I think the fans are not blaming Benitez. I think obviously Mike Ashley is still public enemy number one at the club, and I can't see them getting anywhere near even the middle of the table this season. I think they're bottom six with the squad they've got.
Talking of clubs that have turned things around, Leeds United. I know they got beat by my boys in the League Cup and they made a million changes. We don't get the championship, unfortunately. How they looked in the league?
From what I've seen, they're playing very well. They're playing with a lot of confidence. They haven't changed the team dramatically, but obviously the new manager has come in, has got them really fired up. The fans are behind them. I mean, they're scoring goals for fun. They're scoring some terrific goals.
Yeah, it's 14 in 5 games.
Big game at the weekend. Big game at the weekend. They play Middlesbrough.
Mm-hmm. What do you think?
Top of the table clash, so that's going to be pretty much a sellout. So no, I think they're definitely looking like they're going to go the distance this year with the way they've started.
Talking about the championship, Steve, Derby, they won the last couple. Do you think they'll be too good for Hull City?
I think so. I think Hull have still got a lot of problems. You've got not a similar situation as one or two other clubs with owners that are not popular. They're not reinvesting in the club. Have sold off most of their better players. I think they're going through a very difficult time, and I think Derby probably will be too strong.
Yeah, see, relegation match, West Brom, Stoke City. I see Stoke beat Hull last week to get the first league victory. Think they can upset?
Yes, I think that. I mean, West Brom seem to be finding their feet at the moment. Now they've got still got Premiership players in their side. So I'd fancy West Brom to just pip Stoke. I think Stoke will start to pick up, but I think West Brom will pip them. That's probably that with the Leeds Borough, probably the two biggest games of the weekend in the Championship. Okay,
and Aston Villa, they buried us last week. They conceded a goal in injury time. They've drawn the last three. What's going on there?
Yeah, I'm talking to a Villa fan who I know, and he's still not overly impressed with the way they're playing this season. Interesting, obviously, they've got Yannick Bolasie. They look as if they're linked with another couple of players to bring in before the end of the deadline. If that happens, then it may well be that they're going to be there or thereabouts in the playoffs. But I can't see them finishing any higher than somewhere in the top six, but certainly not the top two this year.
Well, certainly, Stevie B, a few surprises in their championship and a few surprises in the main league, the English Premier League. But Stevie, what's of great importance is obviously onside our last one standing, and you're still in.
I'm still in, yep. I think this week I'm going to go for Everton.
Everton, eh? Sure.
Yeah. They've got Huddersfield at home. I think Everton will be too strong. I think unless Huddersfield go and park the bus, I can't see them doing anything so good as I think Everton.
I watched Everton Bournemouth. High-scoring affair, yeah. No doubt about that.
So. I think Everton will score sort of 2 or 3, and I don't think Huddersfield have got what it takes. By all accounts, the Huddersfield Cardiff game was a really dour, poor game last weekend.
Interesting. They're struggling. Well, last week
both of those will struggle.
Yeah, last week we had 310 people that left us now down at 255, so we dropped 55. Stevie, I hope you stay in as well as Abood and Ramsey. I hope you guys all stay on. The international Charlie Pigram.
A little bit of representation from the UK, don't you? So.
That's right, yeah. Charlie Pigram came and he's the big Spurs man who keeps us up to speed. He went out, Man City. So Man City took 38 people down the river. But it looks interesting this week, Steve, and the favourite and last one standing is a guy called Alistair Cohn. He's a commentator out here. He's picked Fulham and then Bournemouth, and he stayed in.
Well, okay. Well, that's listen. I'll be supporting him if he's correct with that.
Yeah, he's a Villa fan, by the way.
It's definitely the sort of game that I think Fulham could win away at Brighton.
Yeah.
But it's it really depends. I think it's up to if our defence can hold firm. We've certainly got goals in us. Mitrovic is, and you just sort of wonder if I was a Newcastle fan, when you look at they've released Mitrovic and Gale, I'm not sure where their goals are going to come from, because they were probably the two best goal scorers at the club.
Yeah, I think the key man in your team is that Schürrle, World Cup winner.
Yeah,
he can
player.
play.
Yeah.
He had by far his best game last Sunday. Okay. I mean, I think he had something in the region of 10 shots at goal on his own, and finally got one. He was trying really hard, but to be fair to him, he put a great shift in and got a standing ovation when he came off just before the end.
Yeah, I think that's a big signing for you. I don't know why none of the bigger clubs, with all due respect to Fulham, didn't look at him.
Yeah. Well, I think he really enjoyed his time in London when he was at Chelsea. Yeah. And I think that definitely was part of the attraction for him. Yeah. And in a way, we're fortunate. And the same as Alfie Mawson. Burnley were in for him, and when Fulham came in, he was, as far as he was concerned, he wanted to. He's a Londoner, comes from West London anyway, so for him, he wanted to come back to London was perfect.
Yeah, well, are you going to the game, Steve?
Sorry?
Are you going to go to the game?
I'm not. No, it's sold out, but I should be watching from afar, as they say.
Okay. Well.
All right, Stevie.
Good luck.
Everything of the best this weekend, and we'll speak to you soon. Let's hope you stay in the last one standing.
Absolutely. All right.
Cheers, Stevie. Bye-bye.
Cheers, Steve.
Right, Buzz, let's go on to local soccer.
Yeah.
Jeez, we had the MTN semi-finals, and Cape Town City beat Sundowns.
Yeah, I caught the end of it. Hit the crossbar a couple of times late on Sundowns. They got knocked out in the CAF Championship midweek, so I expect a response from them. But Cape Town City, Benny McCarthy, it's no fool, Benny. Be a close game, but got a fancy Sundowns.
Yeah, and then Supersport 2-2 with Chiefs first round.
Chiefs can't keep a clean sheet, Paul.
Yeah.
But what's interesting about the rule, they've changed the rules, where there's no extra time. It's 2-2, say it's 1-1. Chiefs draw 1-1, they go through on away goals.
Oh,
so if it goes 2-2, then they go to a penalty shootout. It's golden goals like in Europe, which is a good thing.
But before we get on and finish our South African soccer, our mate Charlie Pigram, he's went to the game to go and watch Man United play Spurs. He's London's top Spurs supporter. And he sent us 2 quick clips. And we've managed to take them off your phone and show you guys. So this is from the game on Monday night. And hopefully the studio will have them ready to run for us now. Here we go. Now, Budge, they're all singing. You're not special anymore. You're not special. That must have been when they were 2 down or 3 down.
Yeah, a couple up Spurs.
But that's the view they had, the Spurs boys. And then they got the second clip, is Harry Kane's goal. This is a very good clip. Have a look at this, guys.
Surprised that the Spurs players ran to that's where the United singing section is.
Yeah,
maybe they were looking for Valencia. Should have been on the post.
Yeah, should
but
have.
Superb header.
Superb from a quality player, and thanks to Charlie Pigram. He went the game. He got there. It was we never get a result there, Budge, and managed to get Harry Kane. So Charlie, keep them coming, especially at these games. And anyone who gets there who's at the game, send us a clip. Always good to put them on here. Right, Budge. Let's get back to South African soccer. The PSL midweek results. Again, I was a little amazed. Tuesday, Black Leopards were beaten by Pirates. Pirates starting to move forward?
Yeah, slowly but surely.
Slowly but surely, because Chiefs aren't.
No, Chiefs
Wednesday, Supersport 2-1 to Chipper.
Yeah, they've come well, Supersport, Paul. Slowly sneaking into contention to win the league.
Okay, Bidvest roll on.
They were 14-10. I couldn't believe the price. Put in my second leg drew. Cape Town. I went for Free State Stars. I thought they'd be too good for Cape Town City, who rested a lot of the players.
Yeah.
He only played 4 starters, Benny.
So Bidvest firing.
Yeah, good team, Paul. They'll be close.
Kaiser Chiefs 2-0 up. Bloem Celtic came back.
Scored 2 in the last 15 minutes. Steve Compella against his old team.
Yeah.
He was happy. They're going well, Celtic.
Barocca and Highlands.
Yeah, 1-1,
I don't think
Highlands scored early.
Chiefs haven't won a league match.
No.
Highlands haven't won a league match. Shoo. Free State Stars 2-2 Cape Town City.
2-2, they're going well. Benny's team, but Benny's got them going well.
Yeah. And then Golden Arrows, Polokwane.
Bad result for Clinton there. I thought they'd beat them,
Yeah.
1-1.
No, Amazulu, what's the story there?
Well, they got beat 3-0. At home, they're going well. They've won both their home games, Paul. It's away from home they've struggled.
Let's look at the standings. I know it's early on, Budge. 12 points, Bidfest Wits.
Yeah, they played a game extra.
Okay. Bloem Celtic 10.
Yeah, 3 wins and a
Super
draw.
Sport 9.
Yeah.
Pirates 7. And Amazulu 6. Now the bottom 4 teams. 1 point Chipper, 1 point Maritzburg United, Free State Stars 4, Kaiser Chiefs 4.
Yeah, just at the back there, like a sieve, Paul.
Yeah,
Like
you saw that. They could have lost that game.
Yeah.
Yeah, so we'll be keeping an eye on them, and it looks like all those Chief fans, and there are plenty of them, you're under pressure. Pirates starting to turn the corner. Gavin Hunt putting the pressure
Well,
on.
it was 8-1 yesterday before the game, Wits to win the league. I thought, do I have an interest on them? But to wait till May to get paid, hopefully get paid, I thought, no, I'd rather keep my money.
Yeah. Precious money, right. Let's start going on to these bets, Buds, you've worked out for people. We've got the tables coming up in our English Premier League. And let's get started, Buds, with what we got here. Tell me what you're thinking.
Yeah, I think there's goals in the first game, early kick-off, 1:30 our time. You've got to be impressed with Liverpool. I think Leicester are too open for Liverpool. Liverpool will struggle against the teams that park the bus, well organised. Leicester aren't. They have a go.
They found a new left-foot player to replace Morris. He got a great goal. He came in from the outside, came in.
Now, they can play, Paul. There'll be goals in this.
Yeah.
You've got to think Liverpool will just edge it.
Yeah, I thought Leicester City, when they went to United, weren't a bad
No,
side.
they did it right.
Then they were down to 10 men. And then
they won their last 2. They were fortunate to beat Wolves, and then they beat Southampton, had a player sent off for diving quite rightly. But it won't be easy. But I think they've improved. Claude Puel, I like him as a manager. He's always the next guy to get fired, but won't be easy for Liverpool.
Brighton, Fulham.
Goals again, Paul. I was impressed with Brighton. While United were terrible, Brighton played well, and they fought hard against Liverpool. The guy was a great save from the goalkeeper.
Whoa.
Otherwise, it's 1-1.
Yeah.
But Fulham, as I said to Steve after the game, they
got
just
some
looked a little
players.
bit open at the back.
Yeah, that's what I thought.
So
well, they both
a
won
draw-
1 and lost 2, so similar
A
standings.
draw player, but we've gone goals there, Paul.
Chelsea 3-10.
Well,
Bournemouth.
they do look obviously certainties, but Bournemouth went there last year and beat them 3-0 in January.
Yes.
They've got a fair record there. They've only played 4 times. They've won 2.
Bournemouth haven't lost.
No.
Sure.
They should have got beat on the weekend. Everton were 2-0 up, and then Baines gave away a stupid
Was that when
penalty.
the guy was sent off?
Yeah, the guy got our man to be back to score.
Richard.
Richarlison headbutted. It was a minor headbutt, but still
But you don't
stupid.
do that movement.
You don't do it.
It's like Harry Maguire taking his shirt off.
Yeah, you just don't do
Don't
stupid
do that.
things.
You don't need unnecessary bookings. So Chelsea should be.
Chelsea should be too good for Bournemouth, yeah.
Crystal Palace, they're not a bad side. Southampton, what do you think?
They should have beat Watford on the weekend. Our man onside Benteke.
Oh, God.
He missed 2 chances like you could not believe. And the goalkeeper made a good save.
He's overrated.
He's overrated. I don't know if they're going to drop him, but they should. They've got a young Norwegian guy up front. They should play him.
Yeah.
But Southampton, this was the upset in the last one standing last year. Southampton beat them 1-0.
Now, Southampton haven't won yet.
Haven't won
Drawn
yet.
1, lost 2.
Yeah. They've got a
Everton,
fancy-
Stevie B's
Well, it
pick.
should be, but
Huddersfield, drawn 1, lost 2.
Paul, at the back, Everton are shocking. Kane and the other youngster at the back there. It's just open gates.
Yeah.
But, they should be too good for Huddersfield, who have only scored 1 goal in 3 games.
That's all, eh? Sure.
Yeah.
If you like Huddersfield, you get 11-2.
Yep.
All right. Another team struggling, West Ham.
Yeah, I like Wolves here, Paul. I've watched the 2 games.
Yes.
And I'm really impressed. I think this manager, if he does leave there, get a big job, Nuno.
Got a great name.
Nuno Espirito Santo. Yeah, he was a guy that got fired for the Nevilles at Valencia. And he went to Porto, finished second, and they weren't happy with that. And Wolves bought him last year. Top manager. But I think 18-10, Paul. They're in our bets. Just can't have West Ham at the back. They're a work in progress.
They've conceded 3 goals a game average.
Yeah, you just can't do that. And I think there'll be plenty of goals again, but I fancy Wolves.
Gee, Newcastle going into a buzzsaw. Man City have just
Well,
dropped
they're going
2
to park
points.
the bus again. They've done it both games against Man City. I think City will score in both halves.
Yeah.
I think it'll be a 1-2-3-0 game, and they'll just park the bus. And I don't know what's going on at Newcastle, but you can't see Man City, especially after last week's draw at Wolves not winning there.
Cardiff City, Arsenal.
One bet I'm going to have, the betting hasn't come, and I'm going to back a red card there, Paul. I may get 4-5 to 1. That Cardiff City, there's no prisoners in that team. Neil Warnock will have them fired up. The bet I liked, I think Arsenal will be
They've
too good.
only lost once.
Yeah, but they've drawn 2. But
Yeah,
I like,
Arsenal,
you've got to
Arsenal
fancy
lost 2.
Arsenal.
Yeah.
14-10 Arsenal to score in both halves, because Arsenal are good going forward.
Yeah, they are. Burnley, man, tough call for Burnley.
Well, they've got the Europa League tonight. They play Olympiacos. They're 3-1 down from the away leg. They'll obviously have a full go in that. I didn't think United played that badly until Spurs scored the 2 goals. Then we went to pieces.
United were very good. They could have been a different game if
Yeah.
Lukaku scored. Yeah.
Lukaku. But Fresh is on our side. I just think Mourinho is under pressure to open it up and have a go here. I think United will win.
I think they still got the players to be a very good side.
Yeah. And I fancy Tottenham. I wasn't impressed with Watford against Palace.
Neither was I.
If Harry Kane had those 2 or 3 chances, that'd have been 2 or 3 down.
Yeah.
So I think 6-10 Spurs. I may take, I think it was 18-10 Spurs to win by more than 1.
Okay.
So that's on,
that might be on our cards, eh? And now Son, just talking about, he's got military training if they don't win. That's the rule. 2 years military training until you're 28. If you're South Korean, until you're 28, you've got to do 2 years military training. But he's got this exemption. They've got into the final, South Korea.
Okay.
If they don't win it,
who are they playing?
He's up for it. And Spurs are looking to try and buy out his military time. That's what it's got to.
Okay.
So I don't know who they're playing, Budge. I'm not sure yet. But they went through in the semis 3-1. Let's go to the championship. This is warming up nicely. Top of the log, Leeds United.
Well, Middlesbrough haven't won their last 4.
One plays 2.
Yep. Leeds going well at home, even though they got beat in the League Cup, but the rest a lot of players.
Same record. They both won 4, drew 1.
Yep.
Great game. That's Friday at 1:45.
Tony Pulis. It'll be a tight game there, Paul, I think. Middlesbrough don't concede much. Pulis will try and take the point.
Saturday, Birmingham QPR struggling. They've got to turn it around.
Our mate Steve Potter took a treble on Saturday. I was with him. He took Leeds United 16-10. He took 5-2 the draw with Huddersfield and Cardiff. And he went into Birmingham. That's his team. They were 2-0 up with about 8 minutes to go. They drew 2-2. So I think this will be their...
QPR got to turn around at some stage. But
Birmingham
even money,
for me,
Birmingham,
big time,
Brentford beats Forest.
Forest haven't lost this year, but they've drawn 4 of their 5 games. Brentford are one of the promotion candidates for a playoff. Brentford in a draw for me, Paul.
Hull City, you like Derby.
Derby beat them 4-0 in the League Cup on Tuesday. They rested 8 players too. Hull City are struggling. 16-10 Derby. Did not play.
Derby 6. That's a good start for Lampard.
Won their last 2 games, but they were both at home. But I think this will be 3 in a row for them.
Preston North End are 20th, Budge.
Struggling.
They're going to go to Bolton.
No, Bolton come to Preston.
Sorry.
I can't believe they're betting. Bolton are 3rd. It's a local derby. The last couple have ended in a draw. You can't take 5-10 Preston. I think we'll win, but
can't take 5.
Can't take 10. 5 win and draw for me there, Paul.
Okay, Reading, they got beat last night.
They haven't won a game either. Sheffield Wednesday won their last 2, but they're both at home. Draw a big player in that game. That Paul Clement, the guy was at Bayern Munich, got fired from Swansea. Yeah, he's at Reading. So a tight game there.
Sheffield United, Villa.
Yeah, big game.
Villa 4th, eh?
Villa 4th. They've drawn their last 3 games. They conceded an injury time at home last week. Otherwise, they'd have been a little bit higher. Sheffield United at home, Paul, they're a dangerous team.
Dangerous team, yeah.
I fancy Sheffield United are the 2 teams. With a draw, obviously, a player.
West Brom, Stoke.
I think West Brom will murder Stoke.
Stoke beat,
struggling. They beat Hull City last week, but Hull had a player.
The boy scored. He hadn't scored for months and months. No, he's 25-year-old boy for starts with a B.
Berahino.
Yeah,
he came from West Brom.
Yeah.
So he's gone back there. There was trouble with him at West Brom. He wanted to go to Spurs, I think.
That's right.
So he'll get abused there. But I like West Brom. They've got all their players available. I think they'll beat Stoke.
Wigan, Rotherham.
Wigan
Tough
at home,
call.
Paul. They had a great record. In the FA Cup, they beat Man City at home. They're hard to beat there. Rotherham away from home. Haven't won a game. At home is going to be their saviour, Rotherham, but Wigan for me.
Millwall, Swansea.
Millwall at home. In the last 17 league games, they've only lost 1. That was to Fulham.
Jeez.
So Swansea, they've only got 1 point from the last couple of league games. So Millwall for me there, but they draw a big player.
Ipswich Town, Norwich.
Local derby. Ipswich are struggling, Paul. I think they've lost their last 4 at home. Norwich have come well. Local derby's always tense, so everything goes out the window. But I think goals in that game. But if I had to side with a team, it's got to be Norwich.
Bristol playing an unbeaten Blackburn.
They've won their last 2 games away from home, Bristol City. They beat Swansea last week. Can't believe they're 12-10.
Bristol have only won one.
Yeah, Bristol City. You
I
know,
mean,
Blackburn
only lost
away
one.
from home.
Only lost one, sorry.
Yeah, but Bristol City, a good team, Paul.
Yeah.
And they knocked United out of the League Cup last
That's
year,
right,
and they got to the
that's right.
semi-finals, and it all went pear-shaped. But Bristol City for me.
Right, let's talk about the MTN semi-final, second leg, Budge. Chiefs, Supersport.
Yeah, I think they draw 18-10 as a player. You know, Chiefs, you know, I tip them in the newspaper to win the competition. But if they draw, 1-1 draw, or Chiefs win, I think there'll be goals in this game because Supersport have to go for it. But,
And then Sundowns, Cape Town City,
yeah, I think
Budge.
Sundowns will get back 9-10.
No, take a bit of that.
Take a bit of 9-10.
Right,
yeah.
Budge, let's go and have a look at these bets.
Yep.
We've got to run them through them. Run me
Yeah,
through
the
them.
soccer 6. I've gone Fulham. As much as, I think the draws are play. I've gone the field with Brighton, Fulham. Nothing would surprise me there. Chelsea should be too good for Bournemouth. I've gone the field with Palace. If Benteke's got his shooting boots on,
He shouldn't be in the squad.
but he shouldn't be playing. So of all the upsets, I think that could be one. I've thrown the draw in with Everton and Huddersfield because we can. I like Wolves, but I've thrown the draw in, Wolves in a draw at West Ham. And I think Man City should be too good for Newcastle. If you want to halve your perm, obviously, bank at Everton, but then I don't think it'll pay. So I've thrown the draw in trying to get it to
Talking
pay.
about West Ham United, people are discarding them, but haven't they bumped some big teams?
Yeah, they have. It's just that you can't defend like they do. But they got beat 2-1 at home by Bournemouth. With all due respect to Bournemouth, losing to Liverpool away 4-0 and losing to
2-1 to Arsenal.
To Arsenal, you can expect that, but you can't concede the goals like they do.
Yeah.
So 2-1-6 is that.
And then you benched Man City. I'm with you all the way.
The Premiership, the Championship, I've gone Brentford, win and draw at home against Forest. I've banked a Derby. I've gone Preston, win and draw at home against Bolton. I've gone the field in Sheffield United, Aston Villa. I've banked West Brom to beat Stoke. And I've gone the field, Millwall, Swansea, looking for an upset. 2-1-6.
2-1-6 it is, Budge. Okay, let's move on.
Soccer 10, I've gone the field with Brighton and Fulham. I've banked Chelsea to beat Bournemouth. I've gone Crystal Palace, win and draw at home against Southampton. I've still got my doubts defensively, Everton at the back, but I've gone win and draw Everton against Huddersfield. I've banked Derby to beat Hull. Second page, I've gone Preston, win and draw against Bolton. I've gone the field, Sheffield United against Aston Villa. Banker West Brom to beat Stoke. I've gone Wolves, win and draw against West Ham. And banked Man City to beat Newcastle. Likewise, you want to halve your perm.
288.
Everton. Yep.
Okay, the big one.
Soccer 13, Paul. Banker Man City to beat Newcastle. I've gone win and draw Brighton against Fulham. I've banked Chelsea to beat Bournemouth. I've gone Crystal Palace, win and draw against Southampton. I've gone Everton, win and draw against Huddersfield. I've gone Wolves, win and draw at West Ham. I've banked Birmingham to beat QPR. I've banked Derby to beat Hull. I've gone Millwall, win and draw at home against Swansea. Likewise, Sheffield United, win and draw at home against Aston Villa. I've banked West Brom to beat Stoke. I've banked ARK Stockholm to beat Häcken. And I've gone the field in the last game, Örebro versus Östersund, 326.
All right, let's look at those best bets, but let's have a look at
Yeah,
this.
I've got the
Start me off.
Premiership quad. I've gone Wolves to beat West Ham and Tottenham to beat Watford. And I've gone Man City and Arsenal to score in both halves against Newcastle and Cardiff.
Okay.
3,000
I
to
like the look of
200.
that.
Yeah, I think there'll be plenty of goals, hopefully.
Okay, over 2.5.
goals. I've gone Leicester, Liverpool, Everton, Huddersfield, Brighton, Fulham, and Burnley United. 2,600 to 200.
Okie
In our
dokie.
Championship, I've gone Birmingham City to beat QPR. I've gone Derby to beat Hull City. I've gone West Brom to beat Stoke. And I've gone Bristol City to beat Blackburn. 22-1, 4,400 to 200. And both teams to score. I've done Premiership and the Championship. I've gone Leicester, Liverpool.
Yeah.
Brighton, Fulham.
Yeah.
Brentford, Forest.
Yeah.
Sheffield United, Aston Villa. And Ipswich, Norwich on Sunday. 3,300 to 200.
Spanish.
Yeah, the league has just started, so there's been a couple of dodgy results. I've gone Valencia to beat Levante and Seville to beat Real Betis. They can, win or draw. And all four teams have to score.
Those four you spoke
Yeah,
about.
Valencia,
Okay.
Seville,
Yes,
the
okay.
local derbies, Paul. There tends to be goals, and I like Valencia and Seville. And I've gone over 4.5 goals Barcelona, Huesca. Now, some people may think it's a bit high, which it is. I've seen both Huesca's games. They lost. They won 2-1 away at Arbar. They drew 2-2 on Monday against Atletico Bilbao. I've never seen a Cavalier team like this.
Just
in my
attack.
life. They just attack. They
Gung
can't
ho.
defend. And Barcelona started off slowly, Paul. They haven't. They've won their games, but they haven't been effective. This is the game for them to kickstart.
Yeah.
So it's 3,400 to 200s I play.
Okay.
And the Collis King 6 on extra. I've gone Man City to beat Newcastle. I've gone Spurs to beat Watford. I've gone Barcelona to beat Huesca. I've gone Valencia to beat Levante. I've gone Birmingham to beat QPR. And Bristol City to beat Blackburn. 3,500 to 200.
There we go, my favourite page, Budge's Best Bets. Budge, and let's hope people get their last one standing.
Oh, they've been
Watch the
coming
crash
slowly but
this
surely.
week. Watch the crash. We've dribbled a few out, including me. And watch this week it's coming. There's going to be a big knock. So if you can stay in, think hard about it, because it's only week 3 of the last one standing. And that's about it, Budge.
Yep, Friday night. It's pity we don't get the championship game, Paul. That would be a good game,
Great
Leeds
game.
and Middlesbrough.
Yeah.
But it starts good early kick-off for us. Liverpool-Leicester, or
Lovely.
Leicester-Liverpool, and then obviously the MTN.
Lovely. There we go. Until next week, make sure you're on side.